The freshly picked olives are brought into our mill in plastic bins. To ensure the highest quality of extra virgin olive oil, the olives must be processed within 24 hours of harvest. Each bin contains about 1,000 pounds of olives. We will get about 15 to 20 gallons of olive oil from each bin. We weigh the olives before they are milled, and then we weigh the oil extracted from these olives. This gives us an accurate record of the production of each ranch. When we are ready to begin milling the olives, the bins are loaded onto the bin dumper conveyor, where the bins will be automatically moved into position and then dumped into the hopper. Because we are going to crush the olives, we do not need to be concerned about bruising the olives as they are dumped. From the hopper, the olives are evenly moved by elevator to the leaf blower. If there are a lot of small branches mixed with the olives, we will have a person stand by the elevator and remove the extra branches. The leaf blower removes most of the leaves and small branches from the olives. These leaves and branches are blown to the leaf bin outside of the building. The olives then pass through the washer. The olives are first floated in water so that any heavy objects such as rocks or pieces of metal that would ruin the crusher may be removed. Then the olives continue onto a vibrating screen where dirt and most of the water is shaken off. The washer storage tank holds about 300 gallons of water. Every several minutes, a few gallons of water are discharged and fresh water is added. The olives fall into the olive hopper and then pass through a gate where they are augured up to the crusher. The speed of the crushing process is controlled by the opening of the gate and the speed of the auger. The olives fall into the hammer mill crusher, where the olives are forced through small holes in a stainless steel cylinder screen by stainless steel hammers that are spinning inside of the screen. This process crushes the meat of the olive as well as the pit and turns the olives into a paste. The paste is then augured into one of two tanks inside the malaxer. The malaxing process takes about 40 to 60 minutes. The rotating blades inside the malaxer keep the paste moving. The dual walls of the malaxer allow warm water to circulate around the tank, warming the paste up to a maximum of 85 degrees. When the olives are first crushed, the water and oil molecules are so small that they are very difficult to separate. During the malaxing process, the oil molecules begin attracting themselves to other oil molecules. This makes the oil molecules larger and easier to separate from the water. The malaxed paste is then pumped at a controlled speed into the decanter. The decanter can run 3½ tons of olives per hour. In 24 hours, we can process about 80 tons of olives. By spinning the paste in this horizontal centrifuge at about 3,500 RPM, the centrifugal force separates the pumice, oil, and water. The theory of separating the oil from the water and pumice is simple, but the engineering and parts incorporated in this process is very complex. All of the action occurs inside this machine, and it is not possible for us to see what is happening. The waste pumice will be mixed with green waste used for cattle feed or spread back in our fields. The wastewater is used to irrigate our fields. The olive oil is then pumped to the separator. The separator is also called a vertical centrifuge or polisher. This machine removes the fine olive particles and water that the decanter did not get. This high-speed centrifuge spins at about 8,000 RPM. Here again, the complex process is done internally and we cannot see what is happening. All we can do is wait for the fresh extra virgin olive oil to come out of the chute. This extra virgin olive oil is called unfiltered because it has not been filtered. Thus, it is a little cloudy. It can also be called cold press because we did not heat the oil above 85 degrees during the process, and it can be called first press because it only went through the process one time. This is California grown and produced extra virgin olive oil at its best. La Vita Sana.